Hey guys, it's Steph. I hope you're all good. So in today's video, this is something I never thought I would ever really get to say, but in today's video, I'm going to be talking you guys through my brand new collaboration with OFRA, which is of course, my Milk and Cookies highlighter. Never in a million years did I think I would just be able to sit here on OFRA's channel and just be like, this is my new product, but here we are. Yeah, this is it. This is Milk and Cookies. It is a split pan highlighter, and again, I'm gonna be saying this a lot, but this is the best highlighter I have ever tried in my entire life. And I have tried a lot. Now, before we get into the swatches and I put it all over my face, I just wanna show you guys this. Only the OG OFRA fans will know what this is. This is their old packaging. This was my first ever Rodeo Drive highlighter. There's barely anything left. It's in the old packaging. It's all banged up. The lid has fallen off. I love that I still have this. I don't know why I still have it, but I love that I do, because when I had this, I actually said to my boyfriend, it must have been 4 or so years ago, and I said to him, one day, if I ever get to collaborate with a brand, I want it to be OFRA and I want to make the most insane highlighter. So this is where we started. And this is where we are now. It's the craziest thing. So yeah, today I'm gonna be talking you guys through my highlighter, the idea behind it, the swatches, how it looks on the skin, the scent, because it's called Milk and Cookies and it smells like cookie dough. So Milk and Cookies, as you can see, is a split pan highlighter. On the left here, we have the shade Milk, and then we have Cookies, and I also like to swirl them together. So you get these 3 shades, Milk, Cookies, Milk and Cookies. So first up is Milk, which as you can see is this super intense metallic creamy shade. I like to put this everywhere, quite frankly, but mostly on my inner corner, my nose, my brow bone, right on the top of your cheekbones as well. What I like to actually do is put Cookies all over the tops of my cheeks, or Milk and Cookies all over the top of my cheeks, and I like to hit it with a little bit of Milk right on top. Chef's kiss. So then we have Cookies, which as you can see is a little bit more bronzy when it hits the light. And this guy here looks so good on deeper skin tones. Then we'll go on to a mix of them both, which is probably my favorite at the moment. You can see, again, it's just got a little bit of warmth to it from the Cookie shade, a little bit of ice from the Milk shade. You can see them a little bit better there. And so yeah, the idea behind this was, number one, I wanted to make the best highlighter I've ever tried. I feel like I'm a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to highlighters. I have hundreds. It's a lot. And so I've tried a lot of highlighters in my time, and I know what works and I know what doesn't work. So this, I was like, I don't want to make something unless it can top every single highlighter I've ever tried, including my beloved Rodeo Drive, which has always been my favorite highlighter. This is why I wanted to actually work with OFRA, because Rodeo Drive has been my favorite for years. But yeah, Rodeo Drive was always my favorite. It is now my second favorite. I still love it so much, but I feel like we have actually topped it with Milk and Cookies. I'm sorry. Now, in terms of where the name came from, Milk and Cookies, anyone that watches my videos that see me put on highlight will know that I like to put on a lot. Understatement of the century here. And whenever I would put highlighter on my Cupid's bow, I would always call it my Milk Mustache. And I didn't quite want to call a highlighter Milk Mustache, you know, it doesn't really have that ring to it, but I thought 2 shades. One's a very milky shade, one's kind of like a more neutral shade. Milk and Cookies. And then something that is very exciting that OFRA have actually never ever done before, they only went ahead and made it cookie dough scented. Like, I wish smell-o-vision was a thing right now, because the way this smells, it's like cookie dough ice cream. I want to eat it. I won't. You definitely shouldn't. I still want to. It smells like you could, but please don't eat it because I don't want to get in trouble. But it does smell like you can. But yeah, when we started making this, like I said, I wanted it to be the best highlighter ever, and I wanted it to somehow beat Rodeo Drive. I really do feel like we did that. I mean, just look at that. It's intense, it's creamy, but you can also blend it out. So if you don't want something super intense, which I'm only slightly judging you on, if you don't want something super intense, you can really buff it out and it just gives the most natural sheen. Natural if you're a disco ball. OFRA, in my opinion, have always just had the best highlighter formula. They're super pigmented, they're creamy, they're not too sparkly, they're liquid to baked, they're vegan, they're cruelty free. I mean, look at that, it's literally just one swipe. I just love it. I just want to cover my entire being in it. And yeah, I couldn't be more happy to be teaming up with a brand that I've literally loved for so many years, and I love so many of their products. And so not only have I been able to work with one of my most favorite brands ever, but we've made literally my most favorite product ever. I know I'm so biased, but like I said, I've tried out a lot of highlighters in my time. I know what's good, I know what's not so good. And the gold standard was this guy here, Rodeo Drive. And honestly, I've barely touched Rodeo since I've been using this. So how about I stop blabbering on for a few minutes and I actually just show you this on my face. That's why we're all here, right? So you guys may or may not know this, but I like to incorporate a macro camera into my videos a lot of the time to show how things really look on the skin. So first of all, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of cookies. I'm not swirling, I'm literally just tapping my brush in there. And I'm gonna show you just how lightly I'm touching it. Just there, you see? And I'm just gonna apply that to the tops of my cheeks. Is that not just the most beautiful highlight you've ever seen? And one thing that we really want to focus on with this highlight as well, don't be fooled by how this looks in the pan. You might think, okay, that's gonna work for my skin tone, or maybe like a little bit deeper or a little bit fairer. But these work on so many different skin tones. So the idea with this, I'll show you guys Milk because that obviously is a lighter one. The idea with this is you can obviously put it on super intense like so. And if you think that's too much, or if you wanna sheer it out a little bit, then obviously you'd be doing this realistically with a brush. But when you sheer it out, it doesn't leave a cast. It's very neutral base, so it doesn't leave any kind of like ashiness or anything like that on your skin. It just blends out to like such a glossy finish. My hand's just waving here like hello. And then the same with cookies as well. So you can see it's super intense there, very, very shiny. Or you can just blend it out and it just gives you the most airbrush effect and doesn't look too intense. There's no sparkles, nothing like that. So yeah, this here is cookies. Oh, I just love it so much. And one of the things that I love most about OFRA highlighters in general is how they look on your skin. I don't quite know how they do it. They just go on so smoothly and almost give like an airbrush effect on your skin. So then like I was saying, the way that I like to wear it is I then go in with a tiny little bit of Milk just on the tip of my brush. And I put that right on the top. This one is super, super intense. They're both really intense. Let's face it, all OFRA highlighters are. Cookies is a tiny little bit more sheer to give you more of an airbrush effect, whereas Milk will just make anything pop. Like if you want highlight, Milk will give you highlight, and then some, and then a little bit more. I just love it. I was looking at myself in my viewfinder then thinking like, why do I look so weird while I'm filming this? And it's because I hadn't lagged myself in 80 liters of highlighter. Feels good to be back. So now I'll show you them swirled together, which like I said, is my favorite way to wear it. So again, on the macro lens here, I am barely touching on my cheeks. I'm literally just doing that much pressure. And I'm just gonna buff that all over my cheeks there. See why I like this so much? So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more of Milk, just above my brow. Again, the lightest touch with this. And then yeah, Milk is my favorite for going on my nose. Ding, ding, ding. Tiniest little bit there. And you can see it from a mile away. So I just like to pat that in. And then also down the center of my nose there. I also love Milk on my inner corner. Like Milk is probably my favorite shade at the moment because I am a lot fairer, you know, because the sun doesn't exist here in the UK. But yeah, Milk is the shade that just kind of brings it. Oh, I just love it so much. So much so actually that I'm gonna do a little bit on the body. I know you saw that. And the good thing with this as well is if you're someone that doesn't necessarily like scent, I got you. This is the kind of scented product that you smell it in the pan and it's like, it smells good. But when you use it, it doesn't really smell of anything. You definitely don't smell it when it's on you. But like, just look at that. Do a bit more on this side using my left hand. So it's probably not gonna be amazing. Sorry about that in advance. But look, it's like liquid highlighter, but with the ease of a powder. A little bit on my collarbone, even though you can't see it because my top's covering it, but it's the most amazing thing. I like to use it as eyeshadow as well sometimes, so I tend to take the cookie shade and just pat that all over my lid. Literally, a little bit of bronzer in your crease, a little bit of this on your lid, and you are good to go. I'm sorry, I know I'm so biased with this. Of course I'm gonna sit here and say this is the best highlighter I've ever tried, but I cannot get enough of this stuff. I want to bathe in it. And yeah, this is it. This is my little baby that OFRA and I have been working on for the past year or so. So yeah, if you guys do want to try out milk and cookies for yourself, you can pick it up over on the OFRA website. And if you use the code Steph Toms, you will get 20% off. It is also coming to Beauty Bay very, very soon, if not already by the time this video goes live. I can't believe this is actually a thing. I can actually show it on camera now as opposed to hiding it for months and months. I really think OFRA and I did something here. I really do. I'm very proud of it, if you couldn't tell by all the gushing that I do about it. So yeah. Secret's out, like my worst kept secret, because I was leaving like breadcrumbs for everyone to find out what was actually going on. I can finally talk about it now, and I can finally put it on my face, and then when people go, what highlights are you wearing? I can just be like, milk and cookies. Milk and cookies. Before I go, I do just want to say a massive thank you to you guys, obviously OFRA, my boyfriend for hanging out with me in a bathtub of milk for like hours on end. I got milk in places one should never get milk. Let's just say that. Having like flashbacks here. So yeah, as always, links to everything will be down below. And if you guys did want to save 20% off on the OFRA website, you can use the code Steph Toms. Yeah, that's it really. Secret's out. The not so secret is finally out. I don't know what else to say. Coolest thing ever. That's it. So guys, if you enjoyed this video and if you're excited about the milk and cookies highlighter, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you do want to see more. And that's about it from me. Thank you for literally making a dream happen here. I don't know what else to say. Okay, bye.